Welcome to one of our most exciting videos ever shot at Motorhome Specialist. This is super exciting. Josh is laughing right now because this is the lowest priced 2026 motorhome you can find in America, period. And we have an exclusive deal with East to West for this Entrada 210 NSC. We have a very limited number. I'm joined here by Josh Clark with East to West. You did a special deal with us at Motorhome Specialist to make sure that we have the lowest priced, very good quality Class C in America. And you guys honored that price even through a bunch of price increases and tariffs. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're excited to be a part of this. This is a unit that we did specifically for Motorhome Specialists. So you will not find this unit anywhere else in the United States. This is a 2026 Entrada 210 NSC, and it is exclusive to Motorhome Specialists.
It's a big deal because they honored that price. We're going to honor the same price as well. So we're selling this for $69,999 here at Motorhome Specialist. Very limited number of them. Let's get into it and see what the amazing features are. Because it's not just like a bare bones unit. A lot of other manufacturers, actually there's this one other manufacturer, the brand starts with T. You can probably guess who it is. They have a unit that is around the same size, similar price, probably $5,000 more or so, but this is loaded up with a lot more features. So let's get right into it and show you. What do you think are the main things that people want to know about this unit?
Well, I don't know about main things because there's so many things to talk about. You're absolutely right in that when you come to this price point in the marketplace, what happens is us as manufacturers, a lot of manufacturers will tend to start to decontent the product. You know, maybe we'll take a slide topper away, or we'll take the backup cameras away, or we'll take the running boards off the unit, and all of that is to try to get that price point down so we can be aggressive in the marketplace. Because of this exclusive deal that we made with Motorhome Specialist, this is a standard build for all the Entradas. We did not take any of those products away from this thing. So it is feature packed. And I'll gladly list through tons and tons of these things if you want. So,
in fact, it has features that you just don't find on this kind of price point unit or what would be considered an entry-level motorhome. You don't find a lot of these features. So first thing I want to talk about is a Chevy chassis. So this is on a Chevy chassis. Great thing about that is it has 401 horsepower versus the Ford chassis, which has close to 360 horsepower.
325.
325 horsepower. Wow.
Difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 401 horsepower on the Chevy chassis versus 325. You have a little extra torque as well on the Chevy chassis.
464 foot-pounds of torque on this.
Versus close to 400.
So I think Ford's, it's about 20 more foot-pounds of torque.
And then inside, you have more leg room on the Chevy chassis. So there's way more room, especially if you're someone tall. If you're above 6 foot, you probably can't drive the Ford chassis, whereas you definitely can fit in the Chevy chassis. So we'll show you that in a little bit. I'll get one of our tall salesmen, Bradley, to come here and illustrate that. But yeah, no, let's get started. What I love first about the Entrada is the look. So it looks really, really nice. Looks very clean. You don't have a bunch of weird graphics. It's just a really clean look. Got a massive awning on this side. So this total length, this motorhome is just over 25 feet. This tows 5,000 pounds.
Correct. Yep.
It's got a tankless hot water heater. You have a 15,000 BTU AC with a soft start.
Yeah, and that's great. Again, when we talk about this particular price point, majority of my competition out there in the marketplace, they're using a 13.5. So we've got a 15,000 versus a 13.5. We've got a heat pump in ours, and it's a soft start AC as well. So a lot of advantages.
It doesn't get better than that. It literally doesn't. That's awesome. You want to take it away?
Sure, I can ramble on about this. It's exciting stuff to me. We're excited to have this program going on with these guys. So let me get into some of the brass tacks on this thing. So again, I keep saying when you're talking about this price point, but when you're talking about this price point, so many of your manufacturers, they take off things like the running boards. So we've got nice large running boards there. You've got a substantial footprint on these things. The rear view cameras we talked about and your side view cameras, those are on here as well. We didn't decontent that, take those off of there. We have an actual automotive paint fiberglass cap on this thing. A lot of the competition, when you get in, again, to this price point, they will start to take things away like that. And what will happen is you'll get a Phylon front cap, which has got forward-facing seams on there, and it's just inviting water issues. So this, having a full cap that wraps around with automotive paint on it, is definitely a step in the right direction. Some of the other things up here, windows on either side of your bunk. You know, for us as a manufacturer, there's a lot of costs associated with putting these windows in here. So that's one of those other things that will go at this particular price point. So to have windows in the bunk on either side that open and close, you get some cross ventilation up there. You've got an actual 60 by 80 bunk bed up there, so a residential size. And I can go on and on.
So just to be super clear, you may find another Class C out there in a similar price range, meaning about $5,000 more. Their name might be Coleman, and they're not going to have half these features. Just to be super clear. So they're not going to have a front cap. It's not going to be painted. They're not going to have everything we just discussed. They're not going to have porcelain toilet, the 15,000 BTU AC, solar prep, the Yamaha generator with the inverter built into it. Just not going to come with all that stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on.
Tons of good stuff in here.
Slam latch storage. This is a big deal. So all your storage compartments here, number one, they're slam latch. So that's a high-end feature. But also they're rotocast. So all of this is like a molded plastic. Really, really easy to clean. You just take a rag and wipe it out. But it's not going to rot out, right? So your storage compartments aren't going to fall out from you.
Drain plugs in some of those things. In this particular compartment also, you've got your inverter prep inside here. So again, solar prep, 30 amp charge controller. Azdel on the exterior. Azdel is a wonderful product in our industry. It is absolutely the preferred exterior for these units. It's a lighter weight product. It's an inorganic material. It's a fiberglass reinforced plastic. It's a better sound dampener. It's a better insulator. And that's a product that we use across the Entrada line. We talked about storage. This particular floor plan has got huge amounts of storage. There's a great big storage compartment there. Big pass-through compartment massive. There.
Huge. Got that drain plug like you talked about
there.
Right
You go.
That's fantastic.
Load up all the goodies for the family, all the toys for the weekend fun.
Can't forget you have a Fagatti tankless hot water heater. Again, not something you're going to find on those other units that are $5,000 more. They're going to have probably a tanked hot water heater, like a 6 gallon.
6 gallons.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to actually take a shower that's more than a couple minutes, you're going to want to go with the West Entrada 210 NSC.
Yeah, on the back of the camper, we still use an actual steel bumper on this thing. So if you do have any issues, unfortunately, out there with some bad traffic, you've got a little bit of protection. Also, it's a great spot to put your sewer tube, guys. So many of them have gone away from these things. A lot of your other manufacturers have gone away from ladders also. You get a little attachment up there, and then you have to buy a ladder for it after the fact, where this comes with a ladder. So you can get up there and access your roof. This has got a Alpha Ply roof system on it. It has a limited lifetime warranty on the roof of this thing. It's another great feature, especially for the price point, as I keep saying.
I love that the ladder is included. That's fantastic. If you notice, your backup camera is integrated right there into that brake light up there. And I think that has kind of some night vision capability for when you're backing up. So you can see the little lights around it, but it's got night vision so you can see at night when you're backing up. And if for some reason, like you said, you back into a tree or something, you got that bumper to protect your coach instead of hitting the fiberglass. Kind of a big deal. On this side, you have a lot more storage. That's full pass-through storage, like Josh said. And then you have a insulated compartment here for your tanks and your connections right here for your sewage.
Yeah, and before we get away from the back of this, one thing we didn't mention is the hitch on the back of this. You have a receiver on the back of this guy. You have a 5,000-pound towing capacity. You have a 500-pound tongue weight on this. So substantial towing capacity if you want to bring a tag vehicle with you. You've got a nice work light over here. Getting back to this side, your plumbing hidden inside of this thing. So protected from the elements. That's a really nice feature. And again, a lot of times you don't see that on a lot of your other manufacturers and again, especially at this price point. So that's a wonderful feature to point out.
I love this. You got a little, basically a little spray out.
Spray port?
Spray port, so you can connect a little thing to that. And let's say this got dirty in here, you can just take the drain plug out and just spray it out, and it's clean. You don't have to like try to wipe it out and everything. Super, super easy. You could use that to clean off the coach. Clean your feet off when you're at the beach.
Yeah, yeah.
30 amp service on this coach.
Correct. Yep.
And again, 15,000 BTU AC with a heat pump and soft start.
Yep, yep. At 40 gallons of propane, or excuse me, 40 pounds of propane on this unit. You've got a NPS Yamaha 4500 watt generator with an inline inverter in it. So most of the competition out there is using a 4,000 watt generator. So this is something a little bit larger to help with that larger AC unit. And as I said, it's got inline inverter in it, so it will protect your sensitive electronics if you get any kind of power spikes. So you can run a laptop off of this and not have to worry about anything. Back up to the front, those beautiful running boards we were talking about, and some of that additional cab area that the Chevy Express 3500 has to offer.
Nick, can you call Bradley, see if you can come up here? I want to do a quick view of what it looks like to have over a 6 foot person in here.
He's like 7'3".
Yeah, he's a giant basically. So, especially when he stands next to me. I noticed you have a battery boost right there. So if you ever had an issue where your chassis battery, died or something, you can always boost from the house to the chassis to crank the engine. Yep. So nice little feature there.
Yep.
You would head on inside?
Yeah, let's head on inside. Some of the great features in there. So as we were circling the coach, guys, one of the things we forgot to point out, we talked about the solar ready on this guy, the 30 amp charge controller. You've got an additional solar port down here. This is right next to the built-in entry step. What we do is we cut our sidewall down a little bit here so you can allow an additional entry step without having something hanging off of the outside of your coach. Obviously, when you've got something like that, if you fold it up into your coach, you get mud and grime, or you've got something hanging off the bottom of your coach that can get hung up if you're boondocking or going off road. So we just integrate our lower step into the build of the unit.
All right, now we're going to check out the inside of this Entrada 210 NSE. So inside, probably my favorite part of this unit is just the floor plan. So like I said, there are some other brands at $5,000 or $10,000 more that are trying to be a low price Class C, and they have a terrible floor plan. This floor plan, you don't have to make the bed. The bed's already made for you. It's a queen bed, 60 by 80 queen bed.
Actual residential size, yeah.
Yeah, residential size.
Normal sheets from your house.
You have a massive refrigerator in here. You already have the dinette. You don't have to make the dinette into your bed. And then you have additional sleeping up there. So it's just a really, really good layout with tons of storage, lots of counter space, and a great setup.
Yeah, you're talking about storage. We know storage is always a premium in these units. So anytime you can incorporate the great big storage capacity on the exterior, underneath the bed, the pass-through storage, some of these storages underneath the benches. You've got your soft closed drawers in there, and those things are 2 foot deep. You've got this great big wardrobe or pantry area over here. More soft closed drawers. These are actual maple hardwood doors on these things also. I mean, we're not using some kind of an MDF or wrapped door. It's an actual maple hardwood door. So, yeah,
I love
that quality touches there.
Love that the TV is on a swivel here, and it's not just like a 24-inch TV. You know how big this is?
40-inch TV.
40-inch TV. That's fantastic at this super low price.
Smart TV.
That's awesome.
It's a 12-volt TV too, and I don't know that everyone understands exactly what that means. The difference between a 110 TV and a 12-volt TV. If you're running a 12-volt TV, that means that's pulling off of the battery. So you're pulling off the battery. Your alternator is charging that battery back up, so you're not hurting anything. But the advantage to that is that you don't have to run that generator when you're going down the road. So if the kids are back here playing, they want to be on their laptops, they can charge it with their 12-volt USB ports. You can watch TV, and you don't have to fire up that big noisy generator. So that's a wonderful feature on these things.
That is a big deal. Yeah. Just to kind of continue talking about storage, if you get a shot of this, Mike, I mean, there's a whole bank of cabinets up here for storage. They're actually pretty deep, so you can stick a lot of stuff up there. And then over here, the kitchen, these are even deeper. So you could stick, pots and pans and dishes up there, use them in the pantry. You have storage underneath the sink here. You've got a 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover, so if you need to use that for more counter space, you can.
Just a flip-up counter space here.
That's awesome. Pull-out sprayer. This is a great feature. Just super high-end stuff that you guys are using as well. Looks really nice.
Again, we didn't just because we made an aggressive price on this unit for you and for your customers, we did not take anything out of this unit. This is a standard build. This is a way our most expensive units are built as well. Convection microwave down here. You've got additional storage up here. More storage underneath the oven. You've got your ducted AC up here. You've got ducted 30,000 BTU furnace. There's so many features in here, guys, and it's just an incredible value for the money.
We'll swing around to the other side and look at the bedroom and bathroom now. Moving on over here, you've got a lot of storage. Your ladder for the bunk area is actually just right in here. You can hang stuff there, and then you have these pretty good sized drawers. Again, they're all soft close there. You have a massive over 10 cubic foot refrigerator here. If I can open it. Beautiful, beautiful, with a pull-out freezer. And then your bed area is right here. Again, this says 60 by 80 queen bed. Tons of storage above the bed area. And you have a vent fan right above as well. So if you need to get some air out really quickly, or even if you're potentially boondocking and don't want to run the AC, what's nice about that is you can quickly suck all the air out right above your bed, so you can actually get some airflow in here without having to run the AC. And then over here, you've got lots of counter space in the bathroom. You have doors underneath here for storage, and you have a big medicine cabinet with mirrors on here. You open that up, and there's lots of storage inside there. Moving on to the bathroom, you have a porcelain toilet. Again, they're not doing, the cheapest thing they possibly could. A lot of other brands might do that and do a plastic toilet which holds smell. Porcelain toilet's not going to do that. Moving on to the shower, you've got a great size shower here. And you've got a built-in shower curtain that's going to automatically kind of wipe all the water off it when you put it in. What's nice about that is it's not a curtain. The curtains tend to not go where you want. They kind of stick to you when you're in the shower. So I love this type of shower door, but really a great size shower in here. I do want to point out one more thing. This coach obviously is a non-slide unit, so this is super easy to drive, easy to get into any park, any RV resort or parking space. You just want to take this over to Walmart or take it over to Target as your daily driver. You definitely could, because you don't have to put a slide out. You don't have to put a slide out to put the bed down. It's just ready to go, ready to set up. It's like a Class B in a way, in its versatility and usability. This is a fantastic unit. Okay, we're going to end the video with our giant, who's going to illustrate how easy it is to fit inside the Chevy chassis in the seating area. How tall are you, Bradley?
I am 6'7", and I weigh 300 pounds.
You didn't have to give the weight, but he's 6'7".
Good size fella.
Hey,
Yeah, right?
if I can do it, anyone else can.
Bradley's in sales. Bradley wants to sell every single one of these Entrada 210 NSCs. So if you want to, give Bradley a call. He's usually our #1 salesperson here at Motorhome Specialist. Great to deal with. Now, Bradley, go show us how it is.
All right.
This could not happen in a unit with the Ford chassis, by the way. I'm just telling you, Bradley does not fit in the unit with the Ford chassis. It cannot fit in there physically.
And I came here earlier. This is so roomy, so amazing. I'm so blessed that we have these units on the lot. This is great. I've got adequate space. I'm not cramped. My legs are nice. I can almost extend. I'm all the way back. These are amazing.
Not bad for 6'7".
That's
Still have knee
pretty
room
good.
in there.
All right, so to kind of recap, we have a very, very limited number of these Entrada 210 NSCs available exclusively at Motorhome Specialist through East to West Entrada. Josh, thanks for being here today.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you giving us a tour. And if you have any questions, Josh is here to help out. I'm here to help out. Bradley's here to help out. We want to give you guys the best value and definitely the best value motorhome in America in 2026. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.